Well, good morning, everybody. Jeff Slakey here on the Daybreak show, and I've got a fun interview for today, and it is with the coolest yoga instructor ever, as said by Vanity Fair. We're talking with Tara Stiles this morning. She is author of the book Yoga Animals, A Wild Introduction to Kid-Friendly Poses. It's put out by National Geographic Kids, and we've had great conversations with the authors from Nat Geo Kids over the years, and this is another great book. Good morning, Tara. How you doing?
Doing pretty well. Thanks for having me.
Taking a look through the book, it's very colorful and it's got a lot of great information. Yoga has really increased in popularity over the last couple of years, and I'd imagine now with quarantine going on, folks are looking to this as another form of relaxation and meditation.
I think it's, a great activity to do with the whole family. It's something that doesn't just pass the time as something else to do, but it can really set the whole emotional mood and mental mood, and of course get something physical going for really the whole tone of the day.
And talk to me a little bit about yoga and kids and any research that you found about their, maybe how they interact with others or their availability and their ability to focus better by doing some yoga.
Sure. Yeah, I think, all the studies done so far, everything shows positive results. And I think, even beyond all the studies, it's so individual for each kid. I think that's why yoga is so great. If a little kid needs a little bit more confidence and you do a little yoga with them in a way that it's fun and they're having some body awareness and feeling good about themselves, then they're going to gain that confidence. And for another little one that's maybe feeling a little too, self-conscious or isn't really used to doing physical things, or that's not as sort of first nature, then it sort of gives them some more body awareness. So yoga has this great way of being all inclusive and really tailoring the benefits and the rewards for each individual child.
That's funny you mentioned that. I was thinking not only just kids and their self-consciousness, but adults as well. When we're trying to do the different poses on one leg and look like the flamingo, or do how these poses for folks, it can be at first a little daunting and a little challenging. You're just standing there, but then all of a sudden you start shaking, and so you're looking to gain some strength there. How long have you been practicing yoga? I mean, what's your background in it? And you're the founder of Strala. Tell me a little bit about that too.
Sure. Well, I guess I got lucky. I danced all through growing up from age, 4, pretty young, all the way through my late teens. And I thought that was going to be my profession, and it was headed that. And yoga was introduced in the ballet program that I was in. And I just fell in love with the practice for myself. I thought, wow, here's something I can do that doesn't really have an external goal other than to feel better about myself and to feel more connected. And my second thought was, why don't all my friends do this? Why isn't everybody doing this? So, so then I didn't think it would turn into really anything that I would do with others for my life's work or whatever, something like that. But, I just started sharing it with friends the more I learned about yoga, and I started studying, doing different classes and workshops and whatever was around at the time. And, people still had this, I think even now, shared similar misconceptions that, yoga, you have to be flexible, or you have to look a certain way, or you have to think a certain way. And it is so many easy ways to get, to not join a practice of yoga, or you maybe went once and it was too intimidating or something. So, I really enjoyed this so much for myself and found so many immediate benefits and wanted to have this for my life that, it was just such an obvious thing to share with others, and to really share it in a way where it's about feeling good and being more connected to yourself, and not so much about, getting a gold star if you do the pose correctly and don't fall over like you say, but that you just gave it a try and you enjoyed, and you're enjoying moving your body and connecting with yourself. And that can really be the goal, because, so much of our confusion with yoga, we see the pictures of the poses, even the animals, and we say, I want to try that, but maybe I can't do it. And if we kind of shift our perception and our practice to doing the movements and enjoying how our bodies can move, then we're able to do so much more and gain so many more benefits beyond the physical side of things.
So your book, Yoga Animals, A Wild Introduction to Kid-Friendly Poses, goes through a couple of these. How were you able to associate, I know some of these, like the dog stretching like a puppy and the downward dog, and we know that, but how were you able to associate these with animals to bring in that aspect of the learning?
Yeah, I think some of them are more, kind of obvious with others. With yoga, you see, downward dog, and anybody that's ever seen a dog has seen a dog basically do the exact same thing. So that's really a simple one. But, all of the animals move so beautifully, and I think they're such a great example of moving in the way where they're taking care of themselves, whether they're just playing or enjoying, or they're getting food, like a giraffe reaching for the leaves on a tree. That can be a position where you simply stand tall and reach your arms up to the sky. So really taking the animals as visual inspiration and moving like they do and having some, excitement from them, I think was a really great cue to move more naturally within ourselves and to not feel like, either we're doing it right or we're doing it correctly or we're doing it wrong. We're more gaining that inspiration and in the process.
And the bonding, we do yoga at the house here with my wife and son and I, and it does make a bond. It is a bonding experience, and you're all in this together. And at the end, it's a fun way to stretch and kind of center yourself. And everybody that participates, we all seem to really enjoy it afterwards, and it's a nice release from the stresses of the day.
Oh yeah. Well, you're a great example. So many people, I think the hardest part with yoga is simply having that experience where, all right, I did it. I feel better. My whole family feels better. It's a release. It sort of does everything that I needed it to do and then some, but it's sort of getting over that first step of, should I give this a try? So listen to you, you're a great example.
It works. And I've been doing yoga for a long time, and I've brought my wife in and my son as well. And we all really enjoy it. And looking through the book has been a lot of fun to match the poses with some of the poses that we have done, and it's just a really cool book. Yoga Animals: A Wild Introduction to Kid-Friendly Poses. Author Tara Stiles on the phone line with us right now. The book is available in all great places to find your books, and you can also find Tara online as well. We'll put the links to her information in the show notes here this morning. TaraStiles.com is the website too. Thank you for spending some time with me this morning talking about yoga animals.
Of course. Thanks so much. And so cool you're doing it with the whole family.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we're really enjoying it. So thank you much, and be safe, be well, and have a great day.
You too. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you.